The story begins under the vast sky of a quiet night, but peace doesn't last long. In the dense jungles of Africa, a teenage boy runs for his life. His breathing is heavy, his eyes wild with fear. Branches slash across his face as he sprints through the darkness. Something monstrous is chasing him, unseen but terrifying. Moments later, a flash of light cuts through the air, and suddenly, everything is still. The boy screams as a shadowy figure grabs him, and before he can even fight back, he's dead. That boy was number 3. Far away, across the world, a young man named John Smith suddenly collapses into the water at a beach party. His leg burns with a glowing blue mark, wrapping around his skin like a scar made of light. The people around him panic, but John knows exactly what this means. Another one of his kind has been killed, and now he's next. John isn't from Earth. He's from a distant planet called Lorien, destroyed years ago by a brutal alien race, the Mogadorians. Only 9 gifted children were sent to Earth with their protectors, the Seapan, to hide and grow stronger until they could one day fight back. But the Mogadorians found them, and they're hunting them down, one by one, in numerical order. 3 are dead. John is number 4. That night, his guardian Henri wastes no time. He knows what must be done. They have to disappear before the Mogadorians track them down. Henri packs their belongings in minutes, burns their fake IDs, and drives them off into the night. It's a pattern John has lived with for years. New names, new cities, new schools. Always running, always hiding. But deep down, he's tired of being invisible. They arrive in a small, quiet town called Paradise, Ohio, a place that looks peaceful enough to stay unnoticed. Henri rents a modest house on the edge of town, pretending to be John's father. They keep to themselves. But John, he wants something more. He wants a normal life, friends, school, maybe even love. The next morning, John enrolls in Paradise High School. He's the mysterious new kid, quiet but curious. There, he meets Sarah Hart, a kind and artistic girl who's passionate about photography. There's something soft and genuine in her, something John hasn't seen in a long time. But there's a problem. Sarah's ex-boyfriend, Mark James, is the school's arrogant jock, and he doesn't like seeing her talk to someone new. At first, John keeps his distance, but fate keeps pulling them together. Sarah takes photos of everything, the sky, the fields, even John, capturing moments he never knew he'd miss. Slowly, their friendship starts to turn into something deeper. Meanwhile, John's powers begin to awaken. One night, his hands start glowing with blinding blue energy. Beams of light erupt from his palms. Henri explains it's a legacy, a power unique to each of the 9. John's strength, speed, and senses are all evolving. But these abilities also act like a signal. Every time his powers activate, the Mogadorians can sense it. As days pass, John can't stay unnoticed anymore. He saves a kid named Sam Good from bullies. Mark's gang, of course. Sam is awkward but intelligent, obsessed with aliens and conspiracies. He believes his missing father was abducted by extraterrestrials years ago. John doesn't tell him the truth, that aliens really do exist, but something about Sam's sincerity makes him a real friend. Henri, however, sees danger everywhere. He warns John to stay under the radar, to control his powers, and to never use them in public. But John's teenage impulsiveness makes that hard. One night at a Halloween festival, Mark and his friends try to humiliate him. When things get out of hand, John's powers flash in front of everyone, bright, unmistakable, and terrifying. The next morning, Henri knows what that means. They've been exposed. And somewhere far away, the Mogadorians are already on their way. The Mogadorians are monstrous, tall, pale creatures with gill-like scars and black eyes. They travel with massive beasts, armed with deadly weapons and the technology of conquest. When they find the trace of John's power signature, they prepare to hunt number 4. Back in Paradise, Sarah invites John to her home for dinner. It's a quiet, almost dreamlike evening. Family laughter, warmth, normalcy. Things he's never had. Sarah's passion for photography fascinates him. She sees beauty in moments others ignore. For the first time in his life, John starts to imagine a future that isn't just about running. But Henri reminds him, dreams are dangerous. He's not meant to fall in love. He's meant to survive. Later that night, John's powers grow stronger. His body radiates with energy. Henri trains him to fight, to focus the light into power. Blue fire glows from John's hands as he practices in the dark. Henri tells him about the others, the remaining 6. Each has unique gifts. They were destined to unite someday and rebuild their planet. But for now, John must learn to survive alone. Meanwhile, Sam starts noticing strange symbols, the same ones from his father's research. He tells John that his dad believed in beings from a planet called Lorien. The coincidence shocks John, But before he can respond, Henri intercepts encrypted messages on his computer, Mogadorian activity nearby. They're getting close. Henri and John plan to leave again. But this time, John refuses. He's fallen in love with Sarah. He can't keep running forever. Henri tries to force him. They argue bitterly, and in anger, John storms out to find Sarah. But while he's gone, the Mogadorians find Henri. At Sarah's house, John finally confesses the truth, that he isn't human, that he has powers, that people are hunting him. Sarah listens, stunned but compassionate. She believes him. Just as John starts to feel safe again, his chest burns. His mark glows violently. He feels Henri's pain. He runs back home, but it's too late. The house is destroyed. Henri is gone. John finds him barely alive in a warehouse. Henri whispers his last words, that he was proud of him, that he's stronger than he realizes. Then he dies in John's arms. And in that moment, something inside John breaks. The Mogadorians think they've won, but they're wrong. John's power fully awakens. His hands ignite like blue lightning. He buries Henri's body quietly and swears that he won't run anymore. He'll fight back, but he's not alone. At the same time, a mysterious girl arrives in town, carrying deadly weapons and leaving trails of destruction behind. She's fierce, confident, and unstoppable. Her name is Number 6. She's been hunting the Mogadorians, and now, her path is about to collide with John's. Together, they'll stand against the darkness that's coming. And for the first time, Number 4 isn't running anymore. Meanwhile, rumors spread through Paradise High. People talk about strange lights, fires, and explosions near John's house. John realizes Henri may have hidden something valuable related to Sam's family, something the Mogadorians also want. Sam helps them search Henri's old hideout. There, they uncover a metal box, a Loric chest that Henri had kept locked for years. It responds only to John's touch, glowing with blue light when he opens it. Inside are ancient artifacts from their home planet, a glowing stone, a ring, and weapons forged with energy unlike anything on Earth. These items are keys to unlocking more of John's abilities, but they also reveal something shocking. The Mogadorians aren't just hunting them, they're preparing for something much bigger, an invasion. Number 6 tells John that the Mogadorians have already destroyed multiple safe houses around the world. The only chance they have is to regroup the remaining numbers, 5, 7, 8, and 9, before it's too late. But before they can even plan their next move, the Mogadorians arrive in Paradise. The attack begins suddenly. A blinding explosion rocks the outskirts of town. Massive black SUVs filled with armed Mogadorians pour in. They look human at first, until you see the sharp gills on their faces and the jagged teeth beneath their smiles. Their leader, a towering monster with blade-like markings, is after one thing, Number 4. John and 6 spring into action. The streets of Paradise erupt into chaos as the Mogadorians unleash beasts, giant, mutated creatures called Pishiks, resembling reptilian wolves with armored hides. Their roars shake the ground. John and 6 fight side by side. Blue and gold light flashes through the darkness as their powers collide. 6 teleports in bursts of flame, slicing through enemies with her twin blades. John unleashes his glowing energy blasts, hurling Mogadorians into walls. Every movement is fast, fierce, and desperate, but the Mogadorians just keep coming. In the middle of the chaos, Sarah gets trapped inside the school building, surrounded by debris and fire. Without hesitation, John rushes in. He uses his powers to lift fallen beams, shielding her from collapsing walls. The two lock eyes, and despite the danger, the world seems to pause. In that moment, John knows. He's not fighting just to survive anymore. He's fighting for her. Outside, Number 6 covers them, teleporting in bursts of light and setting traps for the Mogadorians. Sam, despite being human, joins the fight with a stolen alien blaster, proving himself braver than anyone expected. Then comes the monster. The Mogadorians release their ultimate weapon, a massive, dragon-like creature covered in dark scales, its eyes glowing red with rage. Its size dwarfs the buildings around it. John digs deep, summoning everything inside him. Blue energy surges through his body like lightning. His hands burn with pure power as he channels his legacy, beams of force that blast into the creature's chest. But it's not enough. The beast keeps coming. Number 6 joins him. Together, they combine their powers, blue and gold energy twisting together into a blinding vortex. The explosion sends the creature crashing into the high school field. The monster roars one last time before it collapses and vanishes into ash. The Mogadorians realize their defeat. Those who survive retreat into the shadows, leaving behind scorched ground and silence. The battle for Paradise is over. John stands amidst the wreckage, his body bruised but alive. Number 6 looks at him and smiles faintly, proud but cautious. You're starting to believe in yourself, she says. About time. Sarah rushes to him, tears in her eyes, relieved he's alive. But she knows now, his world and hers can't stay together for long. He's meant for something greater. She holds his hand, and John promises that no matter how far he goes, he'll come back for her. Sam decides to join them. He's seen the truth, aliens, war, and power beyond imagination. And he's determined to find out what really happened to his father. John agrees, telling him, we'll find him. Together. As the sun rises over paradise, John, Sam, and number 6 drive off into the horizon on a black pickup truck, silent, determined, and ready for what's next. As they disappear down the empty road, John narrates in his mind. 3 are dead. I am number 4. And I'm just getting started. The screen fades to black. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more sci-fi, alien, or superhero movies explained in this cinematic style, subscribe, because the next one is even bigger.